Welcome to today's CT Style Express. I'm Rachel Lutzker. There's a lot to consider when planning your retirement, and factoring in your future quality of life is just as important as estimating the potential length of your life. I'm here with Ben Fuchs, founder of Fuchs Financial with offices in West Hartford and Middletown. In addition to being a certified financial planner, Ben is also a certified private wealth advisor professional. Now, Ben, let's talk about a recent MIT study.
Okay, so the recent MIT study basically brought up three big points. First, when people used to consider retirement, they looked at it just as a concept of savings and time. And then when you dive a little bit deeper, a better, more advanced, I think, picture of retirement is looking at what they would call longevity in the study and what we call as lifespan or quality of life. But really it's focusing not just on how long am I going to live, but how am I going to make that comfortable. And then the third part about it was that a piece of that study showed that people really don't necessarily focus on how they're going to be living in their later years. You know, how are you going to change a light bulb when you're 82? Where are you going to get an ice cream cone? Where can you create a social structure for yourself? Because we all see that those are important things when it comes to retirement.
Now, how do you get people to kind of change that mindset? Because folks are saying, hey, I'm living in my prime, this is great. They're not thinking about those later years.
I mean, it's important to have a balance, right? We don't want to just completely sacrifice today for tomorrow. At the same time, that study also showed that if you are a 65-year-old person, you have around a 50% chance of living past 85 years old. And so that's about a third of your total adult life. We want that to be a good quality of adult life. We don't want that to be kind of a, you know, we're just getting by and making our paycheck. We want to be enjoying those important quality years.
Now, you do hear stories about people living longer and then actually having to go back into the workforce because they've kind of run out of money. So how do you really plan for that to set up everything for later life?
Yeah, so that's when we have people come in. I mean, you know, I think, or not even come in. You can look at it yourself, but you want to be able to make sure that you're creating plans for yourself and you understand where you have different pockets of money. I think the biggest concern for the majority of people is, where am I going to get my paycheck in retirement? How do I get that income? And let's face it, if we're getting a certain amount of money now, we need a certain amount of money now, we're going to need more 3 years from now, and we're going to need more 8 years from now. So we need to plan for that and plan to have different streams of income that we can turn on and make ourselves comfortable.
It may sound silly, but living longer actually really does make a difference when making your financial plan.
Without question. Living longer is really, and you know what's interesting is that we'll do, and for people that come in, we'll create an income plan. And if people have a pension, that's wonderful. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's interesting because if you look at getting $2,000 a month 15 years ago, it's not the same, it doesn't buy the same amount of $2,000 a month today. So we take that into account. We kind of show the importance of continuing to save alongside of that so that you can maintain that quality of life even in your later years.
And now you mentioned folks coming in to talk to you, and they can do that for a complimentary consultation. All you need to do is visit their website at fuchsfinancial.com. Ben, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And thank you for joining us for today's CT Style Express. I'm Rachel Lutzker. We'll see you next time.